And that concludes our packing. We're done. What have you forgotten to bring with you? You've forgotten to bring the list that I am going to give you today. I'm going to leave that in the description down below, a full content of exactly what I'm going to be talking to you about today. And it is so important for you to bring on that trip with you. Olivia here, and you're watching Your Travel Insurance, the channel that brings you information on traveling smart, safe, and also with confidence. If this is your first time visiting with this channel, please consider subscribing because I am here every single week bringing you different tips on traveling. The items that I'm going to go over right now are just common sense. First and foremost is that travel insurance policy. I have done several videos on the importance of making sure that you have that travel insurance policy, but also make sure that the policy that you have is unique to you, unique to your circumstances and situations. It's definitely if you're somebody who's one of those daredevil travelers who likes to go out there and do those extreme sports, get a policy that makes sure that it covers those extreme sports. Just remember, not all of them do. It's not a blanket policy out there for everybody. So just make sure that the one that you have is covering exactly what it is that you're going to be doing on your trip. Another thing to consider when you are traveling is get to know the emergency number of the country that you're going to. I'm here in North America and it's 911. It is not 911 throughout the world, so I might need to know the country that I'm going to, what is their emergency number. Get to know that, write that down so that you'll have it available when and if you should need that. Also, you might like that beachfront property, but if that beachfront property is an hour and a half, 2 hours, 4 hours away from the nearest hospital, and you are traveling with young children, or you're traveling and you've had a pre-existing condition previously, you might want to make sure that you're closer to a hospital, emergency healthcare facility than being at a beachfront property that is 4 hours away. So take that into consideration as well when you are making your plans for your trip. Next on the list is first aid kit. Make sure that you have your first aid kit packed. This is mine. I actually have just put it in a regular makeup bag. I've packed things in here that are unique to me. Things that I think that are very essential to have on the trip. So there are the obvious, the Band-Aid, the polysporin. I have aspirin in here, Tums, antibiotics, just in case they need them. But definitely pack a first aid kit that is suitable to your needs. Depends on your family situation too, and the people that you're traveling with. But just make sure that you have that with you. Doesn't have to be extensive. Just something, like I said, compact that can go into your suitcase easily. Another important item to have with you at all times while you are traveling is anything that can alert somebody that you have an allergy or a medical condition that needs to be addressed, just in case you can't speak for yourself in a medical emergency. So make sure that you have that visible somewhere on you. Could be an allergy card that you have in your wallet, in your bag, some kind of bracelet, necklace, anything that just alerts somebody. So don't forget to have that packed as well. Along the same lines is your medications. Now, make sure when you're packing your medications for your trip that you have enough to cover you for that length of time that you're going to be away. Also, keep those on you at all times. If for any reason that your bags go missing or they're late and delayed in getting to you, at least you have your medications with you. Another thing that you want to make sure that you have with you is your family contact information. If for any reason anything happens to you and the family needs to be notified, it's a good idea for you to have that so that they can notify your next of kin. If you happen to be traveling and out of country, you may need to get in touch with them so that they can join you and be there at your bedside. As well as, let me just put a little plug in here. A lot of the insurance policies out there, if you are traveling alone or you want to have your loved one or somebody with you at your bedside, if you are sick, they will fly them as part of the policy as well. Another important point that I want to draw to your attention and make sure that you have a full understanding of this before you leave on your trip is know the law of the country that you're visiting. What is it that is different than where you're from right now, right? So things like, how do you dress, right? A lot of places out there you have to dress a certain way, so keep that in mind. What are the laws of the road in case you happen to be driving in that country? There's numerous reasons why you might want to have an understanding of the laws based on some of the activities that you plan on doing while you're there. I've given you some things to think about when you're traveling the next time. So as I've promised, I'm going to be leaving that down in the description below, a list of those things that we have just talked about. But it's not an exhaustive list. If there's things that you think that I haven't included in this and that you definitely can add to that, go ahead and put that in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your comments and ideas for sure. As we go forward, we can learn so much from each other to make sure that we all continue to travel smart and safe. As well as, don't forget, if you found value in the video that you have just seen, go ahead and share that with your social media friends out there, because remember, sharing is caring. Until we meet again, I want to wish you all safe travels and arrivederci. One last add-on. Do not travel with illegal drugs. Don't travel with them and have them in your suitcase. And also, when you get to the country, don't start looking for a place to get drugs, because you just don't know who you're going to be talking to and how they're associated with the law. Again, we come back to the law, and in some places it is not pretty if you are caught with drugs, taking drugs, having drugs. It is not a pretty thing. So that's it. That's my point. I'm out of here. Goodbye.